Life is a journey. And along this journey, we get experiences and new information. And if we're lucky enough, somebody can show us something that we didn't understand. And more specifically on this journey, what I'd like to show you is curiosity, and that curiosity for you to know how. This can help you on your journey to ask anyone, really, how do you do the trick? Can you do it again? Can you show it to me? Which is the path of a self-learner. A self-learner always wants to be independent. This may be somebody who is even rebellious, as they may want to figure things out on their own. To me, this is a sign of intelligence. However, we need to become more mature, and we have to recondition our mind to be more efficient and effective. And the one thing that affects all of us without being aware is consciousness. Consciousness is really a perfectness within us. And our subconscious is, let's say, a veil that is covering consciousness right now. And it's natural. This is our condition. This is a reflection of the past. This is our situations we've been through. And it has a way to leave an aroma. And this aroma that we feel in the now is really a reflection of the past. And for you to understand this aroma is actually coming from you, is to realize is even when you have BO, you smell, you're the last one that knows. That is the best example for what consciousness is. You're going to be the last one to know, the last one to the party, which is so awesome because when you know, you're going to start laughing. You're going to start realizing a greater truth, the punchline of life, to get past our belief. So on this journey, I'm going to take you from where we currently are in the West, and we're going to go towards the East. If there was a North and South, I would go there too. But I only know of two directions right now. And luckily, I'm from the middle point between the East and the West. So I think that's what helps me see this stuff. And I'm hoping that I can help you see it too through this poetry. So the first thing is where we are, I'll say the West. And I'm included in this. Where we are is we are really stuck in our minds. Most of us believe we're this personality. We're the thoughts, and we're diagnosing these conditions, putting labels on it. And then the subconscious picks up that I am depressed. I am anxious. And the truth is, in that moment, you're feeling that. However, your identity is not that. And we've been conditioned over our lifetime. And who you truly are is perfect. However, your mind doesn't think so. And crazy enough is you're not the mind. And in time, I'm hoping you'll validate this through your experience. So let's start first where we're at in the West. This is a belief-oriented mind. And it is natural to become this over time. In this, over time, we kind of grew our belief over time. And our belief is from our experiences. And these experiences simply is the things that you like, that you want. And this grows over time. And the things that you fear, this grows too over time. And this affects your attention. And in the West, we diagnose this, and there's a lot of businesses that are making money on ADHD, how to treat it, medication. The reality is ADHD, in my opinion, is simply whenever you get triggered, you're bored or you don't like the information, your attention is not there. And it's an emotional trigger. And we're not understanding the emotions are reflecting a thought process. But we go forward and we have these beliefs that are set up and we start believing this and believing that. And if we don't like something, this is more like an on and off switch. So if we don't like something, we don't pay attention. If we like something, we start gravitating towards it. Now I want to introduce to you Einstein's theory that any matter that's in space with concentrated energy can create a black hole. Now imagine if you're trying to maintain attention, but there is actually a black hole within you that is circling around an idea. Could you see that this is actually current in your life? And most of us are afraid of the current. And we have to start paying attention to our senses. If you check out my Fear Wants Truth videos, one is named Einstein's 100-foot wave, and the other one is Fear Wants Truth body surfing. These two are great metaphors for you to check out later as far as what to do when you start feeling the current. But if there's a black hole, let's just say, for this sake, that it pulls you one way or another. And this affects how you see things and how you orient. Now, this way of looking at life, let's just say this is the West. And in this, we have a lot of beliefs about depression and anxiety and who we are and our trauma and what is PTSD and what is ODD and what is ADHD. And I think you might see all these acronyms are all talking about the same thing. And this simply comes down to a feeling in us that we either feel anxious or depressed. And once in a while, we may feel other feelings like anger, rage. And all of this reflects our ability to solve our problems. If we can start solving our problems, we're going to find that there's a balance between the world and us. When you start looking at the all factor, you start shining your light inward on what you believe. And you start realizing what belief is. Belief is not truth. And I think a lot of us in the West are believing in truth. Truth is found in the now. And on the way to truth, we're going to go to the East, because in the East, they have a beautiful relationship with the now, with the world. For in the East, they're more scientific minded. They put their ego on the side to see if this thing will happen again and again and again. And their ego is secondary to their observation, very much like a scientist. And in the East, they have superstitions just like we have in the West. But their superstitions are different. Their superstitions are, they lack their ego. Their identity is more on their family. And they're so focused on making their family happy that some of them go to college for years to make their parents happy. Now, in the West, we might feel different, and this is more because most of us feel alone. In the East, they know they're not alone. They're trying to find their individuality. And this is our brothers. If you can just see, there's a wide range of what belief does. It makes us feel alone, But as you start going towards the knowing, the now, you're going to rest really in a scientific way to look at life, and you're going to use your experiences, and you're going to become the scientific tool. And you're going to start discerning. And this is where the journey begins. When you step into how the East sees things. Now, your mind is going to go through fluctuations because it doesn't understand the East, where I hope somehow I'm an ambassador of the East or Hawaii somehow, some kind of blend for you. I have a different accent which might help you to understand that people say words differently, and we all mean different things by words. And words get confusing. What is not confusing is that there is only one knower in you, while you have 1,000 beliefs. If you meditate to get to know who is the knower within you, if you start thinking more like a kung fu student, you start using life as your master, life as your guru, the truth, which is the now, which pertains to all, which means you start looking at how you are treating people, and then look at what are the effects of that. And you may realize that you are actually sabotaging yourself because of emotions, because we have beliefs and all that kind of stuff, and that will flow for a while. But getting tapped into the now on your journey to get to know who you are, we're just stopping in the East. There's another place to go. This is the now. Now in the East, people are not all enlightened. Some people may be. But the ones that are enlightened went all the way to the end of this line. They went to the now. Now these guys is Einstein, Tesla, Socrates, Plato. Some of your brothers and sisters that are named rishis, and some other amazing people that all know the now. And in the now is only when you can know. It's in the word, K-N-O-W. So when you start realizing you got to use the now, and you have to discern past what you believe about life to see what life really is. In the now, you're going to realize you are light itself, and consciousness illuminates everything. And when you can see, you're going to find that your anxiety and your depression, well, that goes down, if not away. And if you keep working on yourself, the reason why I made Butorfly is in the East, enlightenment is not the word enlightened. It's a goal to achieve. Moksha. Moksha is not just a goal. It's a way of being. I haven't achieved it yet, but the rest of my life is a pursuit of moksha. And somehow it did something to my mind. And now I'm pursuing things that I would say that I didn't believe in before. And following everything that I don't know. On your journey, use your inability to comprehend as a source of your intelligence. Shine light on that. And then you'll have a journey in the morning of trying to figure out those things. I hope you enjoy your experience on Butorfly. Shine the light on the now, and you'll see what the ancient rishis are saying, that you are perfect. You're only believing right now. And there's a way for you to know. Seek to know. Go on the path to know who you are. Get to know the self. And you may be able to become enlightened. Good luck on your journey.